Welcome to a new video, everybody. Today we're going to be installing a new type of lip kit on the front of our car. Now, I did have that Samurai universal lip kit on the front, but around the bends of the bumper up here, it was kind of looking a little bit funky. It almost looked like it was going to break or something. So I went ahead and just took it off, and then I ordered some of these like nice, really hard plastic ones that are universal. We can just screw them up under down here into the plastic. And then I also ordered some for the back. We'll go take a look at those. Alrighty, and here's the pieces that we ordered for the back. They're basically going to sit off the side, kind of like that right there, just come out just a little bit. And the same thing applies. They're going to get screwed into the plastic down here. So all we've got to do is get some screws, and we're going to go ahead and put the car up on some ramps that we just got so we can get a little more clearance for our screw gun, and we'll get everything attached and see what it all looks like. Alrighty, and we are actually so low now with our new lowering springs that we're gonna have to use some little planks of wood here to get us started up onto our ramps, and then we'll be able to get all the way up on there. And now that we're up on our ramps, we want to make sure that we've set our parking brake, and as an added precaution, you want to be better safe than sorry, I went ahead and took another piece of wood and stuck it behind each wheel as kind of like a wheel chock, so that we don't accidentally roll off of our ramps up here. You don't want to have your car moving around on these ramps while you're getting under it. You may not be all the way under it, but like I said, better to be safe than sorry. Alrighty, and now that we've got more clearance, we can go ahead and make sure we find the positioning that we want for our little winglets here, and we'll get them screwed on there. Alrighty, with these front pieces, I think what we're gonna go ahead and do is make sure that we're flush in line with this little plastic lip down here. We don't want to come out any further than that. And then we also want to make sure that we're just a little bit wider than our bumper, but we don't want to go too wide so that we're wider than the actual body of the whole car. I don't want to be, grinding these things up on the curbs or on other people's cars or anything like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some screws up in the bottoms of these things and get them all attached. Alrighty, you guys, we've got the front ones installed there. I think our one on the right is sticking out just a tiny bit more, but that's okay. Once we get down off these ramps and back onto the ground, I don't think you'll really be able to tell that much. So we'll go ahead and get off the ramps on our front, go up on our back, and put those back pieces on. Alrighty, so now that we're done under the front, I went ahead and took the wood that we had back here holding the car in place a little bit and put it up under here on the ramp, because we lowered our clearance just a little bit more when we added these, and we want to make sure that we don't scrape it down here when we're getting off the ramp. So we went ahead and gave ourselves just about that much more room to step down onto. So let's go ahead and get down off of here, and then we'll do the back stuff. back, we're riding just a little bit higher, so we actually don't have to use those pieces of wood. We're just gonna back straight up the ramp here, and then we're gonna chalk the front wheels with those other pieces of wood to make sure that it doesn't move on us anywhere. So let's go ahead and get up on our ramps. Alrighty, now that we've got the wood in place under our front tires so we don't move around and we're up all the way on our ramps back here, we can go ahead and put these back little winglets on. Alright, and for the positioning of our back pieces here, we're going to go ahead and pretty much get all the way up to where the wheel well is, and then we're going to make sure that that corner over there to the left tucks in, and then we're going to make sure we've got just a little bit of room in between this little flare up right here and the actual fender of the car. So we'll go ahead and get these all screwed in and see what that looks like. Alrighty, you guys, we've got both of these back pieces on, and I've got to tell you, I am stoked because this looks pretty good. I didn't really think that these things were gonna look that great because they're just kind of like those little cheap, you know, universal things you get on Amazon. But I don't know, man, it kind of looks like a decent little body kit, especially if you've got a car that isn't, you know, super popular out there and you can't find like a lot of parts for it. You know, being a newer Kia Optima 2019, there's not a lot of, you know, body kits where you can do a lot of custom stuff. But I mean, these things were like, you know, 20 bucks I think for the two back things, and then I think it was maybe 35, 40 for the front. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing off the ramps and see what it looks like totally down on the ground. And now we are back all the way on the ground, and I've got to say, I'm still really digging the way these things look. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out my videos. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions about these pieces or the install or anything. I'll have a link down in the description if you want to get some of these for your car. And don't forget to check out another video on the channel here. There will be more mods coming soon. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching my videos.